Put your best shoes on to see what it's all about. But you're never gonna lose on. Yeah, you make me wanna shout out. You shallow and double quick, like a rocket to the moon. Systematic, I'm automatic, cold static. Everybody's a fanatic. There's poison in my blood. Feels so wrong but tastes so good. One perfection, one desire. Feed the monster, fuel the fire.
Gogarth's a great place to climb because there's usually good weather. It's nice to hang out by the sea. It's a really atmospheric place. The climbing's fantastic and often pumpy and full on, and there's a lot of atmosphere around it. There's a great spread of routes and they're always a bit quirky, a bit mad. Some of the top outs are loose and some of the approaches are quite committing. So it's a great place to climb, yeah. It can feel pretty committing for sure when you abseil down into the bottom of a zone and the only way out really is to climb. And I remember when I was younger abseiling into some of the cliffs in Swanage with my dad and abseiling into the wrong place and being completely stuck, having to traverse out or getting to the bottom of a route and thinking I'm not up for it or finding it in really bad condition. So there is that extra commitment, there's that real sense of going into something and you've really got to put up a fight and you've got to meet the challenge in order to get out of there sometimes. Yeah. Last couple of days we've sampled some of the most classic routes at Gogarth, such as Dream of White Horses, which was first put up by Ed Drummond and Party. I think it was in the 60s or something. It's a pretty good effort. That's just an amazing quintessential Gogarth route because the terrain that it goes through is wild and feels really out there. It's pretty committing, but the holds are nice and big. We also went onto Maincliff and climbed Dinosaur, which is amazing E5. Go through, again, some outrageous terrain, relatively well protected, and lots of pinches and lots of awkward, different climbing, lots of great quartzite, and ultimately a nice, good, full-on experience.
And I've bloody done this. This is Quartz Icicle E25C on Wen slab, and it takes a nice delicate line up the slab. And the first pitch we didn't do, second pitch we did Ian led that, and that was face climbing along this quartz vein to take you to a comfortable belay.
You've done it.
Yeah,
Some of the classic routes that have been put up here are by real legends of British climbing, like Ed Drummond, Joe Brown, Ron Fawcett, and there's so many others. More recent activists who've put up some pretty amazing routes, such as George Smith and Adam Wainwright, have left their mark. So loads of British climbers have come here over the years, and there's everything from really, really hard, amazing routes through to pumpier, stronger, more endurance-based routes, and those are the routes that I enjoy most, because there's often I'm not very strong with crimp, so you know it's nice to hold all the big jugs and put loads of runners in. It's a lot easier than the crimps.
Oh, Tom, I heard this is an amazing place called Gogarth. Would you take me there someday? What's it like?
It's rad, man. You just put 2 in and punch it. You just start at the bottom and then you finish at the top, and it's fucking rad. It's like all types of climbing. There's like rock climbing. There's like deep water soloing. There's like that's it actually. There's this great place where you get to put these little sky hooks on these little edges, and then you shit yourself because you think you're gonna fall off and snap the sky hooks, and then you kind of like brush away the little beer licheny bits, and then you go up a bit more and you're like, oh god, and then you either fall off and you snap the sky hooks and break your legs, or you're okay. And that's North Stack. That's really cool. And then you got like Main Cliff, which is just like jugs, man. It's just steep and juggy. And you just get to put loads of good gear in, get really pumped hanging around, and then you climb up, pinch, 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 like a pinch monkey. Beautiful. It's all good. And then you got Castle Helm, which is just chaff. And then you got Yellow Walls, which is real chaff. And then you got Red Walls and Mousetrap, which is just sand. It's not even chaff. Yeah, and then you got like Roscollon here, which is like the baby crag. It's all right. It's good. But it's like where you go for a rest after Gogarth, you know? You got Holyhead Mountain, which isn't actually a mountain. So let's go. What more you want to know?